So welcome to the Talking Step. I'm John.
I'm Matt.
I'm Michael.
And I'm Josh.
Matt's back, everybody! Alright, we have a lot to discuss this week. First thing on the docket, we need to address Braces Gate. Do you guys know about this?
Braces Gate.
Braces Gate.
I was
It's a
away.
scandal.
I was away last week. So.
Oh, yeah, you were.
We'll let Matt know.
Yeah, it's a scandal. Okay, last week we made some.
Should we add in a
we
little
made some racy
flashback here?
comments. We made some racy comments about Riley's braces, which okay, were I thought pretty normal, but our number one fan Nikki accused us of braces bashing, right? And I would like to say now, and I feel like I represent the whole cast of the Talking Step. We are pro braces.
Pro
All
braces.
right.
Oh yeah,
We are
Pro
pro
braces
teeth.
Yeah.
all the
Healthy
way.
teeth.
I've been
We
accused
like
of being more than pro braces sometimes in my life.
Can we bring in that little factoid? Just a quick.
Sure, but I'll deny it.
Our buddy John here has almost solely dated girls that have had braces.
Yeah, in high school. But that is just a technicality, not actually.
And then
Not
immediately
long
broke
after.
up with them after they
See,
lost.
I
the
was doing
braces.
the
Not
math
long
last night because I knew you guys. Were
It's
gonna
weird,
bring this
John,
up.
because I noticed that as soon as Riley got her braces off, you told us that you didn't like her anymore.
Well,
and you liked
I'm
them.
not saying that. I'm just. You know what? I'm just.
pretty sure.
I did the math, and actually, it was like months in between those girls getting their braces off and us breaking up. Okay, so it's a big difference. All right.
The fact is, John's a fan of braces.
He did this with the last 3 girlfriends.
Not true. Some of them had braces before. Some of them had braces after.
So
all right?
I guess the whole we're just gonna apologize for
Yes.
yeah.
The Talking Step is pro braces.
Pro
All right.
braces.
Although I figured it out though.
Pro braces, pro freedom.
We did not
I figured it out.
talk down about braces.
Do you think young Canadian women are gonna understand an Al Gore reference?
It's a Bill
Al
Clinton
Gore, what am I
reference.
saying?
You don't even
Al-
get the reference.
Bill Clinton.
You don't even.
I don't even know why I said Al Gore.
Although,
Gore.
I thought about what our confusion was. All right, because I said that she had Invisaligns last year, and then she has braces this year, which I thought was confusing. But I figured it out. She probably had Invisaligns, right? And then between the seasons, she got them taken off, right? But then they wanted to work that into the storyline, right? So they put on costume braces.
Yeah.
That's why they looked more noticeable.
Oh, okay.
All right. And that. Do you think we covered braces, Gate?
I think we
Do you
covered
think that avoided? Our number one fan, Nikki? Sorry?
Crisis avoided.
All right.
Crisis averted.
Second item on the docket. We are now an award-winning podcast, everybody. Round of applause.
Yeah.
We won at the much talked about TNS for Life.
I think only 4 people entered.
Yeah, but you know it was a tough competition.
We came out on top.
yeah.
So.
Well, we were winners.
Now here's
We're
the
winners.
thing. Here's what we won. We won promotion, which was awesome.
Yeah.
We also won an app, and then we asked her, "What does she mean by that?" And her reply was, "You win an app."
Yeah.
So we're kind of
We're
confused.
still confused on what an app is. Well, we know what an app is, but
Do we just say, "Hey, we want this app"?
Yeah.
And she buys us an app.
because I don't think you can do that on iTunes.
I'm confused.
But you know what? It's good enough just to win. You know.
You know what? How about the app we want is whatever you want for yourself.
Yeah,
TNS.
buy it for
Buy
yourself.
it for
Yeah.
yourself. We don't need apps.
Buy the Tinder app. Buy it with all the.
No.
No.
What is wrong with you? No. Guys, are you gonna put this on your resume? Host of an award-winning podcast.
I think so. It's already there.
Do you think we can call it award-winning podcast because our Instagram account won an award? Thanks to Michael's photoshopping skills.
I think so. I think we can.
The next step liked the tweet, so we must.
Yeah.
It must be legit.
Well, yeah, they commented on it and they gave us, congrats.
Hey,
Yeah.
we said, "Hey, Michael, this looks good." So technically, we all have a part in it too.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
give Michael all
Yeah.
the credit.
When I was away, I saw it on the Instagram feed and went, "Good job, Michael." In my head though, because I didn't.
You didn't even acknowledge.
Good job, Michael.
You just saw it.
did
You're
this.
like, "Oh, well, good. Wherever you are, Michael, I'm with you in spirit." So
That'll do.
Thank
pig.
you.
That'll do.
Do
All right.
Do we want to talk about our first cast follow?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, we got a cast follow.
Jenny Pappas followed us on Instagram and Twitter. We're in the big
Which is
time
great, 'cause
now.
She's not only my favorite character on the show,
Yeah.
but my favorite actress on the show.
Yeah, well,
So-
those probably go hand in hand, so that's not really that impressive.
I'm just,
But still, we are super excited because we love Chloe so much.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
All right. Now we move on to the actual next step portion of the show, not just our own problems.
Yeah.
All right. This week's episodes. OMFD, everybody. All right. Let's get to it. What do we got first to talk about?
Let's just talk opening thoughts. What do you guys think about this week and the drama that was going on? I think it's a lot of narrative setup. Like clearly they were introducing conflicts and new
I like
things.
this week better than last week, just because last week had a lot more intensity,
Yeah, it
but
was
this
more
week
of a
had a
roller
lot more
coaster.
laughs and fun.
Yeah, this was a more fun week. It's laying the groundwork
Yeah, this is the
for
stuff.
later on in the
This
season.
is the stuff I like about the next step.
Well,
Yeah.
we're getting to know the elite dancers a little bit more, even though there's not like a lot of them.
There's only 2 now, right?
There's only but no, I think
Yeah.
I think it was good. I like the Eldon and Talia thing. I like that they're like just because dancers made won the competition doesn't mean they're safe.
Yeah. Here's what I think. Okay, I'm gonna introduce this. Okay, James getting back into A Troop, right? I don't think Lucien's gonna be happy about this because he's not getting in the fairway, right?
Yeah, but it
So this
doesn't
is how
matter.
Lucien's gonna come back into the fold.
It's not his. They've already made the agreement.
Yeah. But he'll go back on it. He's a bit of a jerk.
conniver. A
Yeah.
conniver.
He's schemy. He's a schemy guy.
It's not a word.
Yeah, I think it is. So I think he's gonna use this, and he's gonna be like, "What's going on here?" And then it's gonna be some type of problem. I feel like problems are on the rise.
Oh, yeah,
That's
definitely
weird.
next week.
Something's coming on the horizon
It
now.
was a pretty big business deal, and he didn't even have it in writing or anything like that.
Yeah.
So he's just like, yeah, you could have all of this if you win a dance off.
Yeah, we could say a lot of things about that whole situation, but I think for narratively it worked really well and that kind of stuff. What do you guys think about the Eldon Natalia relationship?
Well, we were right as we called it when we watched the season finale last year.
That was easy to call. Though.
Yeah, it was pretty easy.
I think
It
we
was
called it
pretty-
before that.
pretty-
Spark there.
What
you know.
do you think about the 30 pirouette nonsense? Do you think that's?
Eldon puts weird rules on himself.
Eldon has odd priorities.
But I like that they call back to previous seasons though, because James did say that. So
Yeah. But maybe, Eldon maybe they say Eldon's the best dancer in the studio because of how devoted he is to this idea of dance, He won't date someone until he does 30 pirouettes.
He'll break up with someone.
He'll break
over
up
a
with
dance
a
competition.
dance battle.
He's an honorable man.
Not only did he break up with someone over a dance battle, like his feelings dissolved because he
Yeah.
lost that dance
He's not so much an
battle.
honorable man as it is he's a dancing man. He's a song and dance man.
Did you
know?
think? Did you think that we needed more closure with him and Michelle? Did you think that was a little strange?
No, I think that they did that just for the effect of the Talia, just to kickstart that relationship. Because you can't have a relationship in this studio without the drama.
I was a little worried that Talia was accidentally kickstarting Michelle and Eldon's relationship back in
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, I was a little
Yeah.
worried about that too.
Little
That's
bit of
something
love
everyone wants to see.
triangle.
I'm sure there's Michelleton, right? That's the one.
I think so.
Michelleton shippers.
We're really
There's
bad at
every
coming
type
up
of
with
shippers
names
out
for
there.
these people.
There's a big faction of what is it? Daniel and Riley shippers, which is just baffling.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't even remember them ever sharing like a frame
he
together.
openly tried to sabotage their James and Riley's relationship. Like
Yeah,
why?
but it's just I don't but
To each his own.
shippers ship, right?
Shipper's
Well,
gonna
this season
ship.
isn't
Shippers
so,
going to ship. Hashtag shippers
the,
going to ship.
season, the season isn't so bad. We haven't seen Beth yet, so that's great.
Oh, thank goodness.
because we haven't seen much of B Troop at all, except
Oh,
for
we saw a little bit of B Troop.
well with the Noah love triangle.
B Troops have their own love triangle now. Noah, my new favorite male character, because he's goofy, but he plays it off well. You could imagine that this guy has 2 girls who want him.
Uh-huh. Like he's really he's clearly going to be a really good looking person, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
He's growing into it.
He's
He's
got
super
got the
weird.
potential for it.
No, I like the way that he plays off his character, like
Yeah.
awkward, but
Super awkward.
it's great.
I really hope he's in the music room.
We do this thing that whenever someone says music room in the show, we have to make that sound.
It's like, I guess we're going to the music room.
But do you think he's gonna be? He must be in it though, because he did that singing thing, and then he was in the band before, right?
I would hope so.
Yeah. And then this little love triangle with Abby and Rochelle.
It's
Yeah.
Rochelle, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what
If you
Rochelle was
were-
thinking.
Let's say 7
No
years.
chance.
7 years younger. Who would you guys choose?
obviously the Abbey.
Yeah, but the other one's I think is a better dancer.
Rochelle. You
Put
think
yourself
Rochelle's
in the mind of a 14-year-old.
Whichever of the two, whichever their family owns a pool.
You are the shallowest person I know.
Oh no!
What does that mean?
Shallow.
live in
I'm
Canada,
talking
we
about
get
the deep end.
That's a low-hanging fruit joke there.
We live in Canada. You get to use the pool, what, a month and a half out of the year?
Yeah. So.
What is with?
I
since
gotta
when
admit,
do you like pools?
I did prioritize friends that had pools back in the day.
Wow. No one had a pool in
We
our
lived in the
hometown.
country. We had lakes everywhere.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
but
sure there was no lake in our town.
Pools
But
have like diving boards.
why don't you go to the school pool? Okay, it's free.
Nah.
You're the worst.
Bringing it back. Elton is not creative at all.
What do you mean?
He copied
corn
the
thing.
corn thing.
Oh, well, that was super sweet, wasn't it?
I love that.
Here's the thing,
I
though.
like James and Riley doing it, and then Elton just like, oh, I'm gonna do
It was
that.
really funny.
I hate to pick apart the logistics of this, but did James cook the corn? Like
Yeah.
boil that sucker?
He probably got it from a
Toss
farmer's
it in a
market.
bag, run over and give it to her with a shish kebab full of butter?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
How close up to the... Do you know how finicky corn is?
They're
You
in-
can't just,
they're
toss
in-
it in a paper bag.
They're in Toronto. There's probably a corn shop down the road.
Oh, you're saying like there's places where they both... Wow, could you imagine? That could be a business.
We were really worried for a
We
minute.
should open up that business right beside Hidalgo's. Corn on the cob.
Corn on the cob, buttered, unbuttered, salted, unsalted, whatever
Yeah.
you
There's
want.
a
Candy corn, popcorn. You know what we call it? Hardcore corn.
For a second, we were worried that James was an alcoholic because he had the paper bag.
Yeah, he's just roaming around with a paper bag. Can't believe I'm not an A troop anymore. And then Elton's like, wow, that's a good idea. Girls love corn, apparently.
No,
Gonna
no,
go
no.
get some corn.
It kind of makes sense that he'd take a page from James's playbook because it's like James has done everything right with Riley. Like he lost her, and then he just made these huge romantic strides to get her back. And then Eldon just takes like 5 steps too soon,
Yeah.
and he did that whole Emily thing where he goes in front of the whole studio, makes him a fool of himself doing the whole poster thing where it just says
that just
word-
makes me miss Emily.
yeah, to
Stop talking about it, Josh.
Emily, like, yeah, it's okay, guys. It's okay. Don't cry. So, no, it just makes sense that he would do something like that, you know?
Speaking of stuff like that, what do you guys think about like the suit and dress montage that they did?
I love myself a good suit montage.
Like
in anything it's in.
Dressing room montages are the best.
Yeah.
Love it.
I don't know why those wacky suits haven't come back in fashion. You know, like a nice
Like
pale blue suede suit.
Yeah.
I'd wear that to a wedding. I would have worn that to prom, but any girl I went to prom with
like
was
a
just
corduroy.
no.
Just like a good old fashioned corduroy.
No, a corduroy suit? That's crazy.
no,
That's
come on.
ugly. Come on. I'm
I
talking
like
about
that.
pale blue suede.
That isn't ugly.
Yeah, it's ugly, but it's manageable ugly.
I like that impression that he did. He was wearing like a Western kind of suit. He's like, I own a giant oil conglomerate.
Royalty, we hear royalty.
No, I love the tropes this season with Emily shutting the lights out.
Yeah, that was good. You want to talk about that because you were away last week? You had a big point about that. You texted me and said that we didn't bring it up, even though we totally did.
Yeah.
That's my all-time favorite thing to do. I've done that in classrooms, and teachers have gotten mad.
You've done it you did it in a French class once.
Yeah,
didn't you?
well, it was the teacher's last day.
Yeah.
He
He
was
was
retiring,
retiring.
and I was the last person to leave the exam. So I thought it was very poetic, and he got mad, but I passed that exam. So I don't know, it wasn't too bad, right?
Goodbye, Mr. Mitchell.
What are you doing? I'm marking here.
Like what?
Turn the light back on.
Come on. Okay, let's address Chantel. Okay, I don't like her very much.
Well, she like her. You're not supposed to like her character.
I guess so. You're not supposed to like her. Do you think she's gonna come back? Do you think this is done for
Please
her?
no.
But you saw like Michelle's hesitation there. Do you think she was gonna say Chantel before she said Giselle?
I think so. Because,
Chantel did do a good job. Like, it was a good dance.
Yeah, but it's about, I would trust Michelle on this, even though, she's kind of flaky in other situations, but she is someone, like, didn't her dance troupe go to internationals?
No.
Okay, I guess maybe she just won Miss Teen National Socialist, and then her team didn't win altogether, right?
Yeah, I
don't
think
know.
she
I'd
just
love
won.
to just have a flashback. Just a little prequel series. You know?
A
You know
prequel series.
what we call a prequel series? The first step.
Ah!
Because then the series is the next step. So
That-
that's pretty
Any way to
genius.
bring Hunter back is what I want.
Yeah, it's just like it'll flashback between what's going on in Wisconsin, what's going on in the next step. Maybe like we see what West and Chloe and whoever else was in. And Daniel was doing in B Troop.
Animated series,
Yeah.
guys. This is we're writing
Animated
it for you.
series? I didn't say that.
Well, you can't get them. They'd be too old.
Oh, I guess so. You're
They'll-
right.
they'll be
But
little kids.
animated dancing. What's that gonna look like?
You just have to.
They do even crazier backflips and stuff.
You'd have to sell it to a younger audience, so it makes sense.
A younger audience? You think the show needs a younger
No,
audience?
you do like the animated thing, but you do it for like the 5 to 7 year olds,
I guess. I don't know. I just want a prequel series.
and then it'll get them interested in watching.
Do you think it'll be like Star Wars and there'll be prequel haters?
Let's talk about Chloe
Okay.
and the decision that she has to make.
Writers, you took away our Emily, and now you're trying to take away our Chloe.
Is
Why?
nothing sacred.
Why do you do this to us? She's the best. Come on.
Just like George R.R. Martin.
Yes. Chloe gets the chance of a lifetime, because, she wants to be a professional dancer.
Because Eldon dared.
Alden, in an uncharacteristic move, was shockingly mean to West.
And just super unsupportive.
But then again, you gotta
Goaded him into auditioning for a ballet recital.
Which
You
they
gotta give
have time for?
Yeah.
well,
Internationals are right around the corner. Perpetually.
you gotta give it to Eldon because it's just like he underestimates ballet a whole lot, and I don't know. I think that's kind of Eldon's primary form of dance, so it makes sense that he'd feel
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little.
Maybe we're not giving him enough
Insulted.
credit. Maybe he knew that the only way to keep Wes interested was
Oh.
negative
You're saying he's
support.
doing this for the team.
Yeah, he knew that if he gave him positive.
Well, Wes
feedback-
did gain a lot of new
So,
dancing
he's
skills.
using
You
the-
saw how bad he was at ballet.
You're seeing the whiplash method of there are no words more harmful than good job.
Yeah, because
Although West was actually pretty good at ballet, so they're all really good at dance. It's hard to watch the show sometimes when we just do goofy dancing, and then some of us don't dance at all. So.
That reminds me, probably one of the craziest move that's been on the show so far was that Eldon acro move. I think you guys missed
Which one?
it. You were laughing at something.
Make your own jokes.
But there was this part where he does like
Like a bunch of backflips.
He does a bunch
and
of
then he
backflips
just does
and
a
then-
crazy corkscrew backflip.
I wish I knew dancing terminology so I
Yeah.
could explain it, but it was amazing in the last episode.
Well, it was like just the episode we watched when Eldon and Talia were teaching the younger kids, and that one young girl just did like a triple
Yeah.
backflip.
No, Matt,
somersault.
it was that scene.
Was it
Oh.
in that scene?
You
that
guys,
happened?
you guys
This was
completely
today?
blacked out during that part.
We were
the kids
making
were all
jokes.
doing
Yeah.
the kids were all doing really cool moves, and then Eldon's like, I gotta make them respect me.
It makes
I do
me-
not recall this at all. And he did a crazy backflip.
So he did an even crazier move with like a bunch of twists and spins, and
Was
then
that what he was practicing in the first season? He was like, I gotta do this, and he brought out the crash mats.
I don't know. Anyways,
There was something about that, but I can't
You know what I missed?
he did an amazing
I missed
move.
the.
I thought it was his best move that he's done on the show so far.
I missed the James
and it,
moves.
and it reinvigorates. It makes me believe that yes, he is the best dancer in the studio.
You know what I missed the James moves when he used to run up the wall? I remember that in the first episode. I was like, that is amazing.
That's cheating.
West kind of does that now.
Yeah, but I haven't seen anyone run up the wall in like seasons,
It's probably against the rules.
Why?
Why?
Get footprints on the wall?
Well, like if you're on
Hey,
stage.
Riley and Emily, wash those walls.
I remember when I was really little, one of the parents of one of the kids at the school, I was in a private school, so there wasn't many people. One of the parents came to the school and we were hanging out with them playing like tag or stuff. And we decided to start like doing wall running. And one of the parents, he ran up to the wall, ran up it and did a backflip, and it freaked us all out. So we kept trying to do it, and then we just never get the courage
That's
to
a
do
good
it.
way to trick a kid into breaking his
That
neck.
could have been the kickstart to my dancing career.
You
right
guys
there.
would run.
Could have also
down-
been the kickstart of you being paralyzed for the rest
You
of your
guys
life.
would run down the slide, right? Or was that for the picnic?
That was a
trip?
little bit later.
Okay.
We made up a sport called wall running.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh
you
no,
guys
and
doing
extreme
that.
sliding.
You
Yeah.
guys,
Remember
you guys,
extreme sliding?
You guys would do that, and I was a big kid, so I just couldn't do any of it. So I just kind of stood around and went, "Yeah, it looks fun, guys."
What was some of our
What, you would like climb
Matt
up the
would just
slide?
sit down in the grass eating paste. He's like,
Wow.
I'm right over here.
Not even eating grass. He would bring the paste out from the classroom and eat it out there.
the Talking
I
Step
already,
prequel
I already
series?
brought myself down a level, and you had to do that.
Are we pitching the Talking Step prequel series?
We
right
make
now?
a prequel series of our own lives. People care what we do.
It just makes me feel bad about myself when I see these young kids doing the crazy moves they do, and me getting winded on a flight of stairs.
Hey, back in my wrestling days, I could do a mean kick up. All right, we all could.
I
We
can
all
do a
could do
kick-up.
kick ups, right? Well, you hurt yourself doing a
I
kick
think-
up once.
Oh yeah,
but,
I like.
I could do a mean kick
That's
up.
my
back-
only acro move is a kick up.
In
After
my-
a match, I'd just kick up and be like, "Oh, that's relatively cool."
In my
I-
fittest days, I think I did one successful kick.
I had a
Yeah.
dream last night that I couldn't do a kick up and it freaked me out.
Wow.
I thought, oh no, I'm
Priorities.
so out of
Wow.
shape.
Back to the Chloe.
Yeah,
thing.
back to the show we're talking
Let's
about.
talk about Thug Chloe.
Thug Chloe.
What do you think she's gonna do? I want to know what you guys are predicting.
Well, clearly we've shown that she sees she can do hip hop.
Yeah.
As we see, I
That
love
was
Thug
awesome.
Chloe.
That was-
Well,
she's just amazing at everything.
well, no,
You know?
like she was kind of struggling.
Yeah, but she looked like she was loving it. She was just enjoying the whole thing, and she looked gangsta, if I do say so. You know? But she just looked like she was having a fun time. What's best about Chloe is she looks like she loves dancing the most. You know, just like Giselle. You know, she got that gigantic smile. On
I think
her
that's the
face.
thing with Eldon's character. He's really good and whatnot, but
Yeah.
when he looks
He's very
so
stern.
No, he looks
stern.
he looks very serious when he's dancing. But Chloe
Yeah.
and Giselle, they look like
They're just
they're
having the
loose,
time of their
having fun.
lives. You know?
which
Yeah.
they both have their merits. But I think
Yeah.
it's a lot more fun to watch Chloe dance.
Yeah.
I would say.
And we rarely get to see just Chloe specifically dance, just like how we rarely got to see Emily dance. You know, just I think we didn't see her dance since like the first season. You know,
But what do you guys think she's gonna choose? Because it's a tough decision. Does she stay with Next Step and all her friends, or does she try to
Get an actual job that pays lots of money.
it depends on what
Does
the
it, though?
future of the next step is.
Would it
you
pay?
know?
Would ballet pay lots of money?
It'd boost her career.
Yeah.
I'd do that.
Yeah.
Getting your name out there is more important.
Not having to pay for any more
But
dance
still, it depends-
classes and already be where you want to be.
But it depends on what the future of the next step is. You know, if there's no season 4, I say yeah, go for the Nutcracker, right? But if the show's going to keep going, you know.
But
then,
here's the thing:
yeah.
she could go to internationals, and then she has that on her resume,
Yeah,
and then she still has all those same skills. She could probably get
into
a
another.
job at another one.
Yeah,
Well,
but
you know, it's a once in a lifetime.
It could be
thing.
a
Well, I
once in
guess
a
maybe it's
lifetime.
not.
Is it like
their win
can
at
she-
internationals is not guaranteed.
That's true. Yeah, I wouldn't even be expecting them to win.
Why are you know what? Can I bring this up? Why are internationals in Miami? It's internationals. You know, it doesn't have to all be about the states, which the show doesn't even take place in. You know?
Well, like if you pay attention close enough, you can see the Canadian references. But the one thing that drives me nuts
Yeah.
is that, like, even the most recent episode when they cut to the driving instructor, they have the DMV sign up on the wall. Like, I don't understand. Like, maybe it's because like the cheap props, all the cheap props for set
Yeah.
stuff, are all like American things.
Right.
They use Canadian money.
It's DMV is I guess it's more known, like it's more commonly known. Like you see DMV, you're like, oh, that's where you learn to get your license. What's the Canadian equivalent? I don't even know.
Service Ontario.
Service Ontario, or there's
no.
just different driving schools.
I think it's
sometimes.
Department of Transportation.
Department of Transportation.
No, Ministry of Transportation.
Ministry,
But
oh.
that's,
Yeah, see?
but
You don't
that's,
even know.
But that's not where you
MT,
go to get your.
Mott.
That's not where you go to get your driver's license stuff, right? You go to
Yeah,
the service.
so-
I'll let you know. I'm getting my full G next month.
Okay.
Well, see, we're anyway. It doesn't
I'll let you
matter.
know if I have any wacky driving.
I
instructors.
understand why all the props are like American like because it's probably like the big prop companies where
Right.
you can get cheap stuff is American
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But I enjoyed that it showed the DMV sign and then it cut to James and the driving instructor. And right behind them is 10 kilometers per hour.
Yeah.
It's just
So it's not like they're
they're
pretending to be in the
they're
States.
not in the States.
They're in North America.
They got Canadian money, you know. I have a feeling this is my guess for season 4 if it happens. Although my guess about Chloe going to Sweden was wrong. I'm bound to get one wrong after a while, but I think Hidalgo's will change into a Tim Hortons, and I'd like to see that.
They're just all sitting in a Tim's.
Yeah, it would make the most sense why they'd all hang out at Tim Hortons, right?
Mhm.
Instead of a juice bar. Like, how expensive is juice, you know? I wouldn't want to, but just buying a coffee, just hanging out at Timmy's, that's about as Canadian as it gets, you know? But let's talk about our favorite recurring character, the drive instructor comes back.
Oh yeah.
Once again, full
Love
of
him.
laughs.
I'm so happy that he's back.
And I
Hilarious.
guess the wedding episode too I think was really great.
Yeah.
That was the wedding episode.
Well, I know. But
You said I guess and the thing. It doesn't matter. But I love the every gag. He's
I
got the
can't
best
stop
stuff.
laughing whenever he shows up on screen.
It's such
Just
great timing.
everything that he says. you know?
Yeah, he's such a he has perfect timing. Like,
After this, I want to go back. and
run,
watch it.
James.
so
It's
now,
like,
that,
run, James!
now that he's like an established
they go
character,
back.
They eat soup and they're sitting on the cars.
Yeah. You've passed. We've all passed, but they haven't passed.
Here, let's go and come in for a hug. Here, hey girl, take a picture of us.
Everyone's camera. No, everyone's phone has a camera.
I'm
I'll
just,
wait.
I'm just gonna wait until you take a picture.
He's the best. He also needs to be in the music
He
room.
needs to be in the
Everyone
music
should be in the music room.
I'm really happy that they got the guy that plays James to be in both shows, like,
Yeah.
and have like
Because
he's in
James,
the band.
James has perfect timing too. Like when she's like, "Oh, he's out there making sure the car is perfectly parallel to the wall." And it's like so weird. That's all like that. He always has those good moments, like like with the Hunter cake thing, and he's like, "I'm not trying the cake. That's delicious."
See, I've enjoyed
amazing.
all of the James family stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm expecting an episode where they flip the role. It's like now James has to interact with Riley's family.
Riley's family, let's throw back Emily in there. What Riley's parents are like.
'Cause
They're-
we've
apparently
never-
they have a younger brother named Maddie.
Because we've never
hear about this?
actually met their parents yet, right?
No.
Yeah.
You
James
just
is,
heard about them, and they were in the car once, right?
yeah, they're like,
That one time
my
where-
mom's picking me up. I am not taking the bus again. Back in the old days when they, when they visit Chloe at Southside Johnny's. Did we come down on Chantel enough? I really feel like we have just how frustrating she was, you know?
Well, her character is kind of like the dance is serious, but she like is only focused on the dance, and she was like
Yeah.
a little
But then why didn't she do that duet with Giselle, who rocked an awesome solo at it?
because everything to her is about the dance.
And
and if it wasn't perfect, then she wasn't even going to try. It's like it's not perfect, so why would I try?
That's not, you know?
And that's not a good attitude to have as a dancer.
What does Yoda say?
Do or do not.
There is no truth.
That was my worst
That
Yoda.
was the worst Yoda I've ever heard. Come on.
Do or do not.
Do or do not. There is no try.
My voice hurts. I was laughing too hard lately. Do or do not. There is no try.
Better.
I want to talk about about just how dumb Kate is.
We always talk about how
No,
dumb
but
Kate
I need to
is.
talk about this where her solution to every problem is a dance battle.
This
No,
week
it's
on
like-
our segment of Dumb Kate.
Sometimes it's just like, like she says, Giselle should be our next dance captain, right? And a normal person's thought would be like, why not Amanda? Why do you guys think it's not Amanda? Too much bad blood there?
It should have been Amanda. She's been a dance
I
captain
would-
at both studios.
I feel like there could have been.
Amanda hasn't been in an episode in a while.
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
past 2 episodes she hasn't.
I
been
feel
in.
like there's probably a deleted scene where Kate asks Amanda, and Amanda's like, I don't know if they trust me completely, or I don't know if they even want to be a dance captain.
I wouldn't trust.
She
Amanda
just wants to be
completely.
another member of the team, I think, maybe.
Well, maybe because she's found her new self.
She's
right?
mellowed out.
She's mellowed. She's like, you know what? I need to figure out who I am now as a dancer because
Yeah.
I'm not an evil, conniving, scheming person anymore.
Yeah.
So before I become captain, I just want to.
Yeah, she wants to earn it.
Yeah.
Maybe she's smart because she
Giselle
knew-
definitely deserves it. We're not saying that. We're just saying why not Amanda?
I want
Amanda has worked with both teams, so
I
that's
want
a
an
logical
episode this
conclusion.
season where it's just Amanda finding her new good self.
we
being
haven't
more
heard
nice.
much from Amanda this.
Yeah, I
this
want
season.
something good out of Amanda.
I just want to see Kate do something where
Yeah.
she's actually being the adult or instructing instead
But
of just
here's-
like, okay, you know what? You guys both want to be captains. I'm not going to make a decision. You guys need a battle.
No, here's the thing.
And
If
it makes Michelle.
you
make
say
the decision.
Giselle says Giselle's our new dance captain, and then another student talks out of turn to you, be like, why? Why not me? You shouldn't let students talk to you like that in front of other students. It's a complete lack of authority.
Preach.
It's ridiculous, you know? She should be like, hey, Chantel, I make the decisions here. It's my studio. All right? Giselle's the new dance captain because Giselle totally deserves it, which she does.
Yeah.
Or Amanda.
So that's our week of
Although-
Kate hating.
As much as I love Giselle, why not Riley? Because Riley, she lays the hammer down. Riley always knows. But I guess Riley's more of the consigliere, you know?
Yeah.
which is a mafia reference. She's more of the advisor to the
You
captain.
can't give too many things to Riley. She already has such
Also,
a huge role in the
Riley
show.
and James spend a lot of time outside of the studio.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a lot.
No, I enjoy it.
You know?
I like
They're
getting out
really
of the
pushing
studio.
that Jiley dynamic because
Well, everyone loves Jiley. I
That's
would
true.
watch a whole show of Jiley. I'd
Yeah.
watch a whole show of the dance instructor, even if it had nothing to do with the next day.
You mean the driving instructor?
Yeah, sorry, the driving instructor.
just him sitting in cars all day and just berating people. You're the worst. I made a box right here and it says the worst. I checked it. I checked
I would love the driving step.
the driving.
The driving step, and it's about a driving a school.
Clearly
and
the-
he's the teacher.
Clearly, the writers and the creative team just have fun with that character.
Yeah.
Which is nice to see.
They
I
feel-
wonder how much. I'd like to know from the people that work on the show how much of that is improv.
that dude probably improvs. I'm assuming he's like a friend.
Is
of
that all?
somebody.
Is all of his lines written or improv? Because it's a different style of comedy
Yeah.
from the rest of the show. So I'm wondering if,
Oh,
if he made it up or
maybe the guy that's portraying the character is just that good.
maybe.
He
I'm
makes
assuming
it. He
maybe
makes it feel. out
Maybe
of it.
he's someone's dad. Like maybe they're because they're all related. If you know, I think Lucian's is someone's dad, right?
Yeah, he's Eldon's dad.
Yeah. Well, not in the show. Could you imagine? Did he have a Darth Vader moment?
He's just like, what?
But Eldon decided not to tell anyone. I was just like, oh, you guys didn't know Lucian's my dad? Oh, well, we wanted to remain objective because we're at different studios. Like,
I thought
what?
I thought you were implying that Eldon didn't know that Lucian
Oh
was
yeah,
his
if they have a
dad.
Darth Vader moment, it's
And
like
then Eldon reluctantly goes to Elite.
it's like Miss Kate never told you what happened to your father, did he? She told me enough. She told me you beat him in a dance battle. No, Eldon. I am your father. No.
So you're implying Kate beat Lucian in a dance battle for a child. That's so cruel.
That's gotta be in the first step
Kate's
as well.
like, I'll take the boy.
Can we talk about the Margie scene with Chloe
The Margie scene.
and our
Chloe's
theory? Our
muse
theory
Margie.
Okay, we have a
on-
theory about Margie.
Okay, Margie is a ghost. I guess other characters have seen Margie, but imagine just like Chloe's just like Wes like, who's Chloe talking to? There's no one there.
And then it goes to a talking head of Kate, and Kate's just like, Margie died. Chloe won't accept it.
She was in a car accident last year.
Margie's a spirit, and she's just like
She's guiding the dancers that need to make decisions
Yeah.
in their life. She goes to the dancers that are at a crossroads.
Kind of like a Ben Kenobi.
who's the step?
Before she,
This is just chock a block full of Star Wars references this episode. Like every couple minutes.
I
But
thought that scene worked really well.
she was weirdly psychic. She's like, you have a
and she-
a big decision to make, Chloe.
And she put her hands on her face and stared deeply.
Make the right decision
Let
for
me read-
everybody.
Let me read your palm.
She reads
Did
her
she-
face.
I don't think she talks like John Lennon. Let me read your palm.
you have a decision. I can't do it.
Have a decision
To
to
make.
make.
Chloe,
No,
I have a decision to make.
I'm probably about like
Picture yourself.
75 to 80% certain that Chloe's probably gonna choose the ballerina thing.
Yeah.
It just makes the most sense to me.
I guess it's better for Chloe, but it's not better for us.
If it
No.
gets her off the streets,
But then again, like as we're watching our favorite characters like leave, we're falling in love with new characters. Like Noah.
I guess I had big potential for Sierra, and in the last episode, she kind of came off as a B true B. You know, when she was all upset at Michelle because her parents are getting divorced.
well, like, wouldn't you be upset too? She relied on Michelle, and then Michelle just didn't have her stuff together.
Okay, if you're gonna join the next step, you gotta know Michelle's flaky. It's gonna happen.
But she doesn't know
you
that. Like everyone else knows that.
Well, you
but
gotta
her.
adapt to the times, and
Well,
I had big potential for
And,
Sierra.
like she must have known that Michelle was a little less committed because she did step down as dance captain.
Yeah, you know,
So
I
there's
suppose that, but they're teenagers and they're not rational.
those elites, you know, just like
I like Sierra. Like
I did, but you know, she has to prove it. She has to prove it. Like she has that good chemistry with Noah, even though Noah has his own thing going on now. No, it's like Noah just can't stop winning. You know, he's getting
Yeah.
women everywhere he goes.
I think Max is an entertaining character as well.
I like windmills.
I like windmills. Drinking milk alone. Love to see like Max is just
Has a blank stare on his face.
Max's
90% of the
memoirs.
time.
I think it's because he was really in love with Chantel and she's gone now.
Oh, you think
But
he has some
got
inner
he
turmoil?
never got his chance to
I always wanted
tell
to
his
tell
feelings.
Well,
Michelle.
his
No,
character
not
was always
Chantel.
like
She
that.
said Chantel, yeah.
huh?
His character was always like that, just quiet and
So many L's in the show. Chantel,
Michelle,
Giselle.
Alvin.
Michelle,
Giselle.
Eldon,
Rochelle.
Riley.
Yet it was
Michelle,
supposed to
Emily.
be the E-girls. It really is the
But
end
no,
of the
that's
E-girls,
not
you
an
know?
L.
Emily.
I'm Ellie. That's a stretch. And it's Emily.
I'm saying
Emily,
names with L in
Riley,
it.
Tiffany, Stephanie, and Giselle.
Riley.
I love that. What else happened?
I think we've pretty
It
much
was a
covered
good
everything this
groundwork week, you
No,
know?
it's a lot of narrative setup, like I said at the beginning of the show. We're getting groundwork done, and they're
Yeah.
gonna do stuff with it.
Bad things are coming
Theldon,
next week.
Theldon is on the rise.
Wait,
You
how
know?
many? Is there another week of episodes or is this?
Yeah,
it?
we got one more week.
Okay.
I think it ends on Thursday. So I can't believe that.
Whoa,
And then-
already? Really?
Yeah.
Like,
well, they're just
That's what
pounding
happens
through
when you
all,
put
you
all
know?
the episodes.
This
out
is
at
the
once.
mid-season
this-
finale, though, right?
Well,
Instead-
this is part. Is this the end of season 3, part 1?
Yeah.
And then we'll do a part
I'd like to
2.
address something. What was up with the? There was a day there where fandom was kind of going crazy about there not being a season 4. Was this just an extrapolation? Was this the telephone effect, or is there
Yeah.
actually rumors that there won't be a season
All
4?
these people saying there's no season 4 have not thought about intergalactics.
Yeah.
You know?
The Zeltrons, they're coming.
They win internationals and then they're going to space.
Well, like you can always like just because there's internationals and they can't go any further doesn't mean that like it could be like a separate dance competition. Like it could be like, oh, there's the hip hop competition of North America, or like you'd have
Well,
like themed competitions. or
Even if
something.
like international is over and they got nowhere to go with A Troop, you could still have a B Troop competition, you know? Like Stephanie has said before that there were small B Troop competitions. Given it won't be as, interesting,
No.
but to perpetuate the show more, you could keep it going. Or intergalactics, And who's the spaceship driver? The driving instructor.
Hop in, boys.
We're going to space.
I've been doing this for years.
you could have a thing where maybe someone picks up the studio at internationals if they win.
Yeah,
Like have it like one of the prize things is that you get to tour.
tour. Right?
Like if you win internationals, you get to tour around the
Turns out
country.
they've been filming that the whole time.
Well, yeah, that's why it's a documentary. Did we ever bring up whether or not it's a documentary format or if these talking heads are actually in their own, like this is their own thought process?
This is like their internal monologue.
Yeah, because they're literally doing talking heads in between sentences, right?
Right.
And giving real reactions. So it must be in their heads. It's not like they followed up with them after and be like, hey, tell us what you thought
At this
after
moment,
every single
before you
sentence.
do
And they're
this.
talking in the present. They're
Yeah.
just like, I can't believe he just said that to me.
You know?
And
I think
But-
that theory. I don't think it's a documentary. I think.
But then sometimes, though, West interacts with them. West is like, hey, have you guys ever blah, 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 blah? Well, I'm telling you this now, And then James was like that one time. He was like, you guys tried shawarma? Shawarma's great,
Maybe it's still in his head.
Yeah, he's just talking to
Or they're
me.
just talking to the audience.
They're all insane. Maybe. They're
Well,
just...
it's
it's
definitely
meta.
it's obviously an expositional device.
I'm so happy, though, that they don't do the thing where they turn to the camera in real life, though, because there are shows that do that, and it's just awkward and
Oh,
weird.
like the in the office the Jim camera look whenever.
No, I love that. I'd love once just to have a good, like, someone just gives, like, a smirk into the camera. I'm talking about when they turn to the camera and start talking. That's just, it creeps me out.
Oh, like an aside kind of thing.
Yeah, they're just like, and that's when I said to Michelle, But if there was just once where just like, Kate says something stupid, so they're
And
just,
James
they all
just-
just glance up at the camera like,
Or
you
just
know.
or just James looks at the camera like, really?
Something like that.
So we're Kate hate. So we want them to Kate hate.
Kate hate. Hashtag Kate hate.
Caters.
Caters.
I'm interested
that
to know
doesn't
if
work.
like Kate solves her personal problems with dance battles.
You know what? I thought, because if I want to be a television writer, I have to write a spec script, right?
You want to write a spec script?
I want to write a spec script for the next step because it has to be a show that's still on the air, right? And that step's still on the air. The thing is, the spec script I was write for the next step would be just a dramatic self-realization of Miss Kate episode. where like something bad happens in the studio and she really just has to look in on herself like, am I a real teacher? Like, am I actually good at this? And she just gets so self-reflective and sad. That's probably why I shouldn't write one, because there wouldn't be much humor to it. It'd just be like Kate just really coming to terms with herself.
Well, you'd have to make it like an arc, a 3-episode arc, where she makes the
Yeah.
realization and then she starts changing things.
What
and
have
then
I
she
done? Like,
becomes a
something
new
really
person.
bad happens in the studio and it really affects Kate. You know?
Over the summer, we should try writing an episode of the next step.
Yeah. I feel like I could do one. It would be 20 minutes. That'd be bad. I don't know how I would do it. The thing is, how I don't know about the writing, the talking heads.
We could.
and stuff.
We'll try our hand at it, and then
Plus,
we'll get each of the actors to.
It's
record
such
their
a
voice.
story. It's such a overarching story-driven thing that you wouldn't know where to place it, right? You'd have to do it in between a season and put it at the start of a season.
It would just be like a normal day.
because you can't just randomly shove it in there, or else
No,
it'd be
just-
like a fan fiction.
Just write a story that happens over like the hiatus.
Yeah.
Like, because sometimes when they come back the next season, there might not have.
Or just like what they
time
were doing
passes.
to their hiatus, you know? Or an episode of the First Step, the Next Step prequel series. You know? The First Step, TM.
You're already trademarking it.
Yeah. Just like the music video. Okay, well, a little behind the scenes here. We put out a notice last night for voicemails, and it was a shocking failure.
Did we get anything?
Did not get not even one voicemail.
We got one comment.
We
though.
posted it.
One comment.
We gotta
let's
read that
that
comment.
comment. Bring it up.
Rihanna MK says, "I think it has more dancing than the other seasons, and a lot more drama, especially with Jiley, which I love."
Nah.
Well, they got that drama, but not the heart-wrenching drama. At least they're together, you know.
They left all the big drama till last year.
Like James's mom said, "I think of you as family," which was pretty heartwarming, you know.
Yeah.
But it's not like Riley doesn't have her own family. That is a little wacky themselves. you
Yeah,
know?
I want to see an episode of Riley's family.
Yeah.
How
Well, I
James,
just want Emily back
because it like
every day.
obviously like James' family is like they're super eccentric and they know everything about each other, and it sounds like Riley's family is more
The
like
eccentric,
reserved.
his wacky uncle. Oh, I'm gonna make you a suit.
Yeah, I think like Riley's family would be more reserved, a little more introverted, maybe.
I like to
Kinda
eat
quieter.
meatballs while you're changing.
Do you think that he should get a spin-off too? The tailoring step? Oh, everyone gets a suit and a dress, huh?
I like a buddy cop show with him and the driving instructor.
The
the
driving
driver
instructor
and the
becomes-
tailor.
They open up a shop where he makes the suits, he delivers the suits.
And then
Coming up
fight
on
crime.
Coming up on the Family Channel. He makes the suits, he delivers them. Driving in Taylor.
Followed by the next step. And then another episode of Driver in the Suits.
Driver in the suits.
Oh, I am making the suits.
They have like a Green Hornet Kato kind of relationship.
Oh, that'd be the best show ever.
It'd be amazing.
Driver in the Suits. All right. So we got no voicemails. Oh yeah, thank you for the comment.
But
Rihanna
we
underscore
will, like
MK.
anytime we
Yeah.
get a voicemail, we'll play it.
Yeah, anytime. So throughout the week, if you want to send us a voicemail, I'm gonna take it as not a shot to my confidence and say that it was a technical glitch. No one's calls got through. That's what I'm gonna say. Hopefully.
Or we just promoted it like really early and expected people
Well,
to do
we were
it, like,
the thing is, you know what? We promoted it at 7:30, and all these kids aren't looking at their phones at 7:30. They're looking at their TVs, right? So maybe that was it. Maybe I don't know, but we got a lot of likes on it. So any time through the week you want to send us your thoughts on the season, go to the Skype, the Talking Steps.
Send us your tirades against
Give us a
Kate.
call and leave a voicemail.
We'll play it on the show and then give you feedback.
Give us your Kate hate. Give us anything. You know,
Kate,
we'll play it on the air. We
Love,
will.
El Talent.
Some Thalden time.
Thalden, really?
Thalden, yeah.
Thalden.
that's it.
That works.
Actually,
That
that
works
works.
a lot
Oh,
better.
I guess,
Thalden?
I guess it should be Thalden, not Thalden, because her name isn't Thalia. Right?
Who you want to ship?
Yeah.
I'm saying that right, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you
yeah,
said it
yeah,
right.
you said it right. Yeah.
Who you want to ship your hair to?
Hashtag shippers gonna ship.
Yeah, I remember you said that in the second episode.
Yeah, I feel like you still don't have a grasp on what shipping means.
I had no clue what it was. It's like, who would you ship? And I was like, who would you ship your hair to?
I'd get Giselle to ship me her hair or something weird like that.
Super creepy, man. We need to downplay the creep factor. We need to get a girl on the show. You know, we know a girl who auditioned for the Next Step about a year ago. Maybe we should talk to her.
No, it was like 2 years ago.
We should get her on the show.
Just get her on the show, and then we tell her, we're like, hey, we're big fans of the Next Step. And she's like, what?
I auditioned for
You
that
guys?
years ago. Really?
I've never seen you guys dance.
And then we have another friend who used to dance, and we got her to watch the first season.
Yeah. So we
Wait,
got
she
that.
watched the whole first season?
I think she watched
I
first
think she
season,
watched
part
like
A.
the first
Yeah.
half.
Which I didn't tell you guys this, but I ordered it off of Amazon, so I got it on DVD the other day.
The first season?
Yeah, because that's the only one I don't own on iTunes.
Oh, is there?
There's no behind the scenes.
No behind the
Oh,
scenes?
could you imagine?
Commentary.
No, but there is after the next step after show.
Oh, we can watch that.
Yeah, but come on. Do you think they compare to us? Do they have the passion that we do? I don't know. I've never watched it. Although the Giselle after show is good. I'm talking about the first season after show with those random people. You know?
I haven't heard of it, but
Oh yeah. See, I don't think anyone has. All right.
we don't have
We don't watch it on
television, so-
cable.
Yeah. Well, I first saw it on cable. It was great. All right. Well, if that's all we got to say. All right. So send your voicemails to the Talking Step Skype. Send your feedback to the Talking Step at gmail.com. Write us on the Instagrams. Write us on the Twitters. Write us on the YouTubes. We've got them all. Except for whatever you're talking about today. I don't know what that you're going on about there.
Yik yak?
Yeah, forget that. All right. For the Talking Step, I am John.
Matt,
I'm Michael.
I'm Josh.
And talk your step off.
stop it.
Boo.
Stop
I
trying.
thought about that one all week.
No, you just came up with it now. That
Talk
was
your
average.
step off?
You
What
were
is wrong with
thinking
talk your step
all
off?
week and you came up with that?
Talk your step off.
What does that even mean?
It doesn't need to mean something. Oh, my dance means something? Come on. Talk your step off, kids.